Okay, I think I'm live and I have two people watching. I think. Yeah, okay. Cool. This is all just testing, making sure you guys can hear me, making sure you guys can see me. If you can't, we'll have to figure that out because then we won't be able to do this. But I thought this would be easier. So, for the two people who are watching, can you hear me? If you can, okay. Look, I'm taking and watching the. Hi, Shane. Nice to see that you're watching. That's good that you can see this. Marco's back. Oh, Cole. Hi, Cole. Okay, awesome. We have people watching. So you guys can hear me good. It looks like, are you guys on your PV Learners accounts or are you on your personal YouTube accounts that you're watching this? That's what I want to know. So that would be good to know. We'll get started in a couple of minutes because technically I said I wouldn't start till noon. Personal. Okay. So that may be what it is that people can only watch it from their personal accounts. So, okay. Perfect. Can you not view it on your PV Learners accounts? It may be that I just have to change it so that that this is supposed to be it's supposed to be for kids, I guess. So we'll see. But I'll try another live stream test in a little bit. Hi guys, it's been a while. Hi Preeti, how are you? Oh, this makes me so sad. Oh man. I have some questions that you guys asked in your survey. You guys can continue to ask questions in the bar that I see popping up as well. Yeah. Just a little, I guess, preview. There's not a whole lot of information that I know that you don't already know. So you may hear me saying the same thing over and over again. Hi, Luke. How are you? Thanks for joining us. Yeah. Oh man, my phone's going off. Okay, so, yeah, glad you guys can all see this. So, I'll make the caveat that people can't watch this without their personal YouTube accounts, but I mean, everyone kind of has a YouTube account. I wanted to do a live stream instead of WebEx or Zoom or whatever the other teachers from across the country have been using, just because I don't want to make you guys download another app and learn how to use it because I don't really know how to use those programs. So yeah, okay. Are we doing anything today? No, this is just a test. Technically, learning opportunities, that's what we're calling it, learning opportunities, start Monday. So today's Thursday, tomorrow is Friday, you have the weekend, and then you should expect every day that I post something for you guys to do. At this point, all learning opportunities are not technically for a grade. There is a little bit of a caveat, and I'll probably make a more technical post about it so it's super clear. I posted grades last night. Most of you pretty much already knew where your grade was before the semester ended. Some of you, however, did not turn in final writing papers or your senior scrapbooks, and that tanked your grade a lot. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do in this time until we figure out whatever is happening next, I will be allowing those who have a low grade to make up work in the learning opportunities that's happening in this fourth quarter to balance out their grade in quarter three. So for those of you that have A's and B's and you're happy with that and you don't really want to do any of the work, you don't have to. You would just be exempt from it. So the reason this works and the way it works the way it does, or the philosophy behind it, is because not everyone has a laptop, not everyone has the personal means to do the work in the time that's allowed. So, hi, Tao. Hello, good to see you. Glad you popped in. Um, so just know your grade will not go down if you are not able to do any of the work that are posted in the couple of weeks. Um, hello. Who is this? Someone just posted and I don't know who you are, but that's okay. Join us for the live stream. Sitting at a really comfortable A and a B, and you're really happy about it, take this learning opportunities as just a means to go ahead and, well, I don't know, learn to have something to do. I know for some of you, you've probably been really, really close in practicing social distancing and quarantining and staying inside. It's okay to go outside and it's okay to do all those things, but it is nice to have something to do rather than just go on TikToks and anything. So, okay. If you can't watch anything, you might have to go to your personal YouTube account or okay. Let's see. Okay, so let's just go into questions that you guys had. I'll start off with the more boring stuff, and maybe more people will log on or go into their personal YouTube accounts. What have I been doing? I've been doing a lot of reading. Tons and tons of reading right now. I am almost pretty much done with It by Stephen King. I've been listening to the audiobook. It's about 44 hours long, and so I am like 2 hours done, so hopefully I'll have that finished by today. I've also been kind of rereading the books that we were planned to go to next. So seniors in the next learning opportunities will be going and looking at Hamlet. I love this Shakespeare play. Freshmen, we just finished Shakespeare. This is another play, Hamlet. It's considered one of Shakespeare's biggest plays, I guess. His most dramatic, maybe his most defining. It's very complex. It's kind of hard to read. So with the online barriers and not being able to explain it as much, I'll think of different activities so that you guys are able to read it at home. Yeah. So you do not have to go buy this because I will provide the readings either through links online or through StudySync. So you will not have to worry about that. Freshman learning opportunities. What we will be doing next is To Kill a Mockingbird. So I've been rereading this as well. This is a great book. There is an online PDF that I found. So again, you do not have to go buy it. If you don't want to, if you're like me and you need a personal hard copy book, then you feel free to do it, but you don't have to. Because again, as of right now, things are not for grades. So yeah, I've just been reading and cooking a lot and cleaning. Okay, so first question that someone asked, as well as surveys and how that went, when will we go back to school? As of right now, Governor Doug Ducey closed down all schools until April 10th. It's very possible that will be extended and go a lot further. As far as my guess, I don't know. I've actually been avoiding the news purposefully because it's just kind of depressing to read. I hear rumors of President Trump wanting to resume life as normal once we get past Easter, which is the weekend of April 10th. So we'll see what happens. We will see. Okay. How will grades work? So, like I said before, your grades will not go down during this time, but you do have the opportunity to bring your grades up. So by engaging in the learning opportunities that I assign, I'm not too amped to let you make up old work that we've already done. So you would have to email me personally. I'm not going to do the extra work to make sure that you can get caught up necessarily because your grades weren't all there quarter 3. So that's more of your responsibility and that's the expectation. So As far as grades work, your grades will not go down. So I'm not going to penalize you because of the coronavirus, but you do have the opportunity to bring your grades up. So I'll talk more about that probably via posts on Google Classroom. So stay tuned on how that will work. Okay, when will this all end? I don't know. There's a lot of articles out there that are suggesting that this could be something that lasts for 4 to 6 months. I'm not saying that to scare you guys, but just to kind of set up some realistic expectations that there's a possibility we can go back to school, and there's a possibility we may not go back to school. So everyone, again, I guess everyone around the world is dealing with this. I mean, if you've been paying attention to the news or if your parents have talked to you about it, you may have seen or heard something about something that's going on in Italy and South Korea, or just in different countries, and what are they doing to kind of combat this virus, because this is a global pandemic, right? So everyone's on hold right now. I know that none of you, well, I don't teach any AP classes, but for those of you who have to take AP courses and you need to take an AP test, right, that they've had to change their whole curriculum and how they're going to be able to distribute that test. And my sister, she's enrolled in some college classes right now, and they've had to go online. My brother, he's in college at the Naval Academy, and they've had to go online. So everyone's kind of dealing with it. So who knows how this is going to end or when it's going to end? I'm not sure. Yeah. So, hi Ethan, glad you're here. So, and same thing with like prom and graduation. I don't know. You guys honestly get updates the same time that I do, so I don't really have an inside scoop. It's funny because my sister, she contacts me and she's like, "What's going on?" And I'm like, I don't know. So until further notice, that we just know that schools are closed, and right now, we are expecting, right, the closure ends April 10th, but that most likely will be extended. So we'll just see how everything works. Is the coronavirus serious? That's another question. Someone wrote that they feel like everyone's being over dramatic. It's again, I have not done a whole lot of reading because I've purposefully been avoiding the news and avoiding articles. I read some of them here and there. But the big thing is that you have a lot of people being sick all at the same time. And so you've probably heard the idea that they want to flatten the curve. So instead of everyone being sick at the same time, they want to kind of delay the exposure so that it happens more over time, and then you don't have the health system overworked. What's going to happen to the cancer patients in the children's hospital? Like, who's going to take care of them, right? You have a finite amount of resources, and so it's hard to go ahead and copy all that. So that's why everyone is kind of freaking out. You don't want to max out your resources, because that is kind of how things can collapse. So on that doom and gloom, I guess I want to hear from you guys a little bit more. I've got some check-ins and your surveys and different things like that. I probably won't keep this live stream going on for much longer. I did get to test out what I wanted to. But I will be doing daily check-ins. So starting Monday, I'll post something kind of similar to the survey, just like tell me how you're feeling today, and some other random question just to check in. Because I think right now, more than any time before, we need community, and it's really hard to do that. So I'll ask you silly questions. I'll ask you fun questions. Hopefully this time has been really good for all of you. And a lot of you have written to me and you said that you've gotten to sleep more, which is great. You've gotten to spend a lot more time with family and friends, which is awesome. Hopefully you're all washing your hands and no one has gotten sick. But yeah, just roll with the punches. All I can say is that keep it up. You guys have a lot of good things to look towards to. And like you'll have something to tell your kids, I lived through coronavirus or COVID-19 and this is what the world was like. And so, yeah, it'll be really interesting. So yeah, let's see. Do I have anything else for you guys? I guess on a more personal note, I totally just miss being your teacher. I miss seeing you guys every day and playing games and making jokes. My exchange students had to go back home, which made me really sad. That was probably the worst email that I got was students saying goodbye. So, but yeah, it's been good because we have technology that can keep us connected. So, I've been emailing some of you. You've been emailing me, which has been really good. But yeah, please do not hesitate to reach out and tell me how I can help you, how I can support you in this time. Yeah. So if you guys have any questions, let's see if I have anything else fun or funny to share. I have something super random that I can share. Very, very random. So, so in this time, this extra time, hopefully you guys have had things that you've wanted to do or keep caught up on. So maybe that's my last question to you guys is, how are you using this time to learn a new school or learn a new skill, a new trade, learn more about something, whether that's, how shoes are made or different languages, or different things that just interest you. How are you using this time to learn something new? So, for example, for me, something that I have learned and got into, this is so lame, is soap making. So, if you guys didn't actually know it, it's basically a big giant science project, but you get to make cool things. And so, I've actually made my first bar of soap. I made a couple other, but this is just an example. It was nice. It was cool to create something and something I generally did not have time to. So, what have you guys been using this time to go ahead and learn and improve on now that you have more time? So yeah, learning to love to sleep is not technically one, but I'll give that to you. That's okay. You do you. You do you. All right, guys. With that question, I will go ahead and let you guys go. Thank you for being my test audience and making sure that this worked. I will keep you posted. All the jokes about sleeping in. I will keep you guys posted if I do this again. I can imagine I would do lectures this way. So hopefully in some way that this live stream is saved and I can go back to it later. But yeah, bookmark this or subscribe to this channel. Oh gosh, I can't believe I just said that. Just so that you can remember, you can pull it back up pretty easily so you don't have to, if I forget to post a link. Oh, it's allergy season. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna head out. Have a great rest of your day, you guys. Okay. We'll see you again. Enjoy Thursday and Friday and your weekend. See you on Monday. Woohoo!